There we go. We should be live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special issue reveal party for Revolting Peasants Press. I have some people here with me who are not revolting in any way. They're all lovely, amazing people. So we've got Thomas J Devens, who is the evil genius behind this particular idea.
Arguably a bit revolting.
We've got B Rook and Tim Hardie and Alex French. Some, I'm sure, faces and names well known to all of the lovely people who frequent Spotlight Indie. So yeah, hello and welcome to everybody, to Thomas, to DB, to Alex, to Tim. How's everybody doing this evening, afternoon?
Revolting.
Great, excited.
Slightly revolting.
Always.
Excellent.
I'm all right. I've got a beer, so and it's dark in recognition of Thomas's preferred beverage there as well.
Perfect.
Water.
Yeah, so I feel I've at least got it in like a tankard-ish shape, but it is just water for me.
I've got an orange creamsicle ice lolly sour beer.
Amazing.
Those are all words.
How do you feel about that, DB?
It's pretty good, actually. Yeah, I feel I can feel my teeth might fall out during this. Call, but...
I feel like the
I've got my go-to Gunner's Daughter milk stout.
Nice,
very nice. We're hitting some dark tones already. I like it.
You gotta drive like a half an hour to get to the nearest place that sells it.
Oh, wow. That's dedication.
Once in a while.
Just stock up when you get there. Just fill the truck up. It's fine. Okay, so today we are here to reveal and bask in the glory of the first issue zine from Revolting Peasant Press. So, Thomas, do you want to just take us through the press and the zine and you know what it is and pique our interests?
So this is an idea that I've been toying around with for a while now. Especially with everything being so digital nowadays and AI and everything like that. And I just had this urge to go analog as much as possible. And when I was younger, when I was still playing in bands, I always, we'd record, I'd put out our demos on cassette tape. I used to do a punk rock zine and stuff like that when I was a teenager. And I kind of liked the idea of just bringing all of that into my writing, because I feel like there's hints of it in my writing as it is, because it's very much a part of who I am. So I've been toying with this idea of doing some sort of an actual book on tape as it used to be. And I started looking into blank tapes again, which I haven't had to look at for like 13 years since my band called it quits. And I was like, okay, they're not that much more expensive than they used to be. And I just decided I got a tape deck. Let's do it.
Nice.
So what it is it's going to be a serialized story. Each issue will be a short story. This first one is a little under 10,000 words, and it's accompanied with an audio tape that's about a little under an hour. I narrated it myself. I did all right, I think. But it's everything about it it's a lot of fun. And I'm just putting my heart into it and having a blast. And because of that, I decided to go with that with the story too. So the story is very, very much on the sillier side of fantasy, but it still has certain telltale signs of my writing. So I'm going to call it Grim Snark from now on.
I like it.
Love it.
I mean, it sounds awesome. I really like the idea of, that sort of very physical analog, like zine. They actually made one, just a little sort of almost note zine for myself the other day, which if I'd have thought about it, I would have brought it in with me. It's just a little thing sort of to sit on top of my phone to stop me from going onto it, just so I can make notes about like, you should go and read this and whatever. But I'm very, very into this idea of, you know, the analog, and I love the idea of the tape, and it feels very retro, but in a good way.
So is the story across both sides of the tape?
Yep.
So you've got to properly clunk, pull it out, spin it round. Nice.
Yep. It was very much being very careful as I was recording and timing how long each chapter was, because we've all had mixtapes, or at least I think we've all had mixtapes in the past.
Yeah.
There's always that person that will end the side of a tape in the middle of a song and resume it on the following side. I wanted to make sure that a chapter ended at the end of side A and the next chapter was side B.
Did you consciously make like the end of side A a particular cliffhanger, so they're scrabbling at the tape player to like turn it around?
Not yet. The timing would have to get perfect with that.
That's a whole extra challenge.
Planning we're talking about here. Alex.
Yeah.
As I move on, because this is all very much a learning curve, as it progresses, that will definitely be something to keep in mind.
Yeah. So we're here to do, you know, the reveal. So we've talked about it a little bit, and you've shared graciously some of the files with us so we can do all this. So I've got the file up. Should we reveal the cover? Should we show it off? Because I think it starts to give off some of the vibes of the whole thing, and it's very good. So I've not shared a file with this with StreamYard before, so this could go horribly wrong. It could be, you know, a screaming accidental reason that we should go analog. Right, so fingers crossed. We're about to share the cover. He says. Here it is. Right, I can add it to stage. Right, you ready? Everyone prepare yourself. Holly, take a sip of your orange juice, which is definitely thematic appropriate, because we've only got water on some of these houses, so it's fine. Right, here is the cover for A Payday and a Pint. Isn't it good? It's lovely. I love it. It's Tales from the Tavern at the Brink of the Abyss, which is, as well as Revolting Peasant Press, just like a hammer of a name to hit you in the face.
So many titles. So yeah, Tales from the Tavern at the Brink of the Abyss is going to be like, because I'm trying to kind of theme it off of comic books too. So this will be the overall title of like this run of issues. And each of these, it's very much inspired by old school tabletop role playing and stuff like that, where this first issue is kind of just an introduction to the main characters, the first group of main characters at least, as they make their journey to this tavern at the brink of the abyss, where they will then be going into an endless dungeon, basically, and it's going to turn into a silly dungeon crawler.
Excellent.
And that was also the influence with the artwork, because I can't draw, but I really like that old school kind of sketchy black and white, like D&D sort of artwork. So I've just been forcing myself to practice and draw stuff, and like I got the tape here, so I've just been doing like these. Everything in this is drawn by hand, and like
I'm going to show off the tape.
That's side A of the cassette tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have to pay extra for yellow cassettes? No, or was that the only thing you could find in the whole of the US, basically?
No, I thought that the yellow would go well with the black on the labels. So there's like a large selection of colors, and if the price changes amongst them, it's something like a penny a cassette. So there might be some that are more expensive, but like the flat, solid colors are usually about the same.
Yeah. I suppose I was asking because I think if you do future editions, I was wondering whether you were going to go with a different colour for each issue. Yeah, that might be quite
right
cool.
now. That's the plan.
Yeah,
and which is also so. Each issue, I'm going to do a limited, signed, numbered run of 50 copies for the physical edition, and that's because cassette tapes come in batches of 50. So I don't order the tapes until I finish the recording, because this one was just under an hour, and you pick the length of the cassette that you're getting. And that's like, rather than just buying a box of 90-minute cassettes and having like a half an hour of silence on each of them, I'm just going to do them to each issue. And then after those 50 physical copies are up, I'm undecided what I'm going to do after that. There'll be a digital version available. I may continue to do more, but they may just be the paper zine, and only the first 50 copies have the audio cassette.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds reasonable. I also, you used to get like long pauses at the end of like final songs on albums, and then there'd be like a secret song.
Yeah.
So, like maybe you do like maybe one of them you could have like a long pause and then just a secret bit of flash picture at the end.
That is definitely a consideration.
Are you going to put it out as a Patreon reward? Is it going to go on there?
Right now, my only plan is to the digital version will be up on itch.io, and physical copies will be available through my Ko-fi. Ko-fi? I never know.
Close
that
enough.
thing.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't looked into Patreon yet, and I have
it was
too many
Ko-fi
things.
that I would, that I'm signed up to.
Yeah.
So, is anybody else like now inspired by this? Is there any other zine ideas kicking around that people might think, oh yeah, that would be a good thing to do?
I can tend to want to do anything that ever pops up, so I've got to really sort of hang back.
Yeah, I'm sort of thinking no more projects, please. Don't get distracted. But I'm terrible for getting, being distracted. I need to work on that big time. But I like the idea of the sort of serialized story, because I've been playing around with some of that on some of my projects. They started from that kind of project. Sort of not. I don't know if you've got it all plotted out, Thomas, or whether you're making it up as you go along.
Nope. Every aspect is going to be as I go. I'm going to allow it to get as crazy as possible as well.
Excellent.
In fact, one of my ideas, I have a lot of things I'd like to do with it over time. And after a few issues and kind of establishing the world a bit, I kind of would also like to, at some point, when I have a couple extra bucks to spend to give to authors, invite other people to do a short story set in the world.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
And I also think that, you're saying grim snark. We've obviously got another comedy fantasy writer along with us. So that feels maybe there's a collaboration there. I'm not sure if dropping any of Alex's characters into your world would, I don't know, like they feel like they have different vibes going on. Just
eventually take on the full metaverse idea and just bring everyone's stories into this weird little.
Oh, that's it. We've got like this zine multiverse going on, and then everyone does one, and they all sort of cross over. Yeah.
I think I could probably sneak Clanrear Clanson into one of Thomas's worlds, because he has the ability through giants to flit in between realities.
See, it's perfect.
That's an in, isn't it? That has to be
It's perfect. And we'll have just the two of you can just really kickstart the grim snark genre. Love it. Great. So you talked a little bit about sort of why the analog aspect. Are there any particular inspirations that you drew on for this? And you talked about like, the sort of old school role playing for some of the like illustration styles and that. Did you want to talk a little bit more about any more inspirations you drew on, or like that maybe have made their way into the zine?
I mean, it's one of those things where like pretty much everything has kind of like everything I've absorbed over the years has kind of boiled into this weird mess that's going on in my head that no one can make sense of. And so it's all kind of just pouring out in this, where like in my books and stuff, I all kind of have some weird ideas, but I try to keep myself on the rails a bit. Whereas this, I'm just whatever comes to mind. If I think it's going to be fun, I'm going to do it.
Well, you're at the edge of the abyss. You might as well.
Yeah.
Even to the point, like, so the influence of tabletop RPGs, of punk rock and metal, and also my love of Irish music. I have one of the chapters is the Rocky Road to Brimsburg, and just throwing in whatever random references I want. There's a not subtle Lord of the Rings reference in it.
Excellent. So it's called The Tavern at the Edge of the Abyss. So we have a viewer question. I think we all want to know what cocktail you all serve in the Tavern at the Edge of the Abyss, and when you said everyone holding it up, which we should definitely answer this. So what kind of and Tom wants to know as well. So hello, Tom and Holly, by the way, obviously. Hello. So yeah, what are you serving? What cocktails, what drinks have you got at the Tavern at the Edge of the Abyss?
So in the first issue, you don't actually get to the tavern till the very end, because this is almost like a prologue. But then you get to the tavern and you meet its owner, Miela, who will be sort of the focal point of the ongoing series. And once you get to know who he is, you would definitely know that the cocktail most served by him is extremely watered down, cheap ale at a very high markup.
So, bring your own beer, essentially. Yeah. Bring that sours that you've got there, DB. If you, well, assuming it
might be a bit bright and colourful for the world. What I'd be considering if I was at said tavern would be a nice stout with a cough mixture depth charge. If you know what a depth charge is, you pop a little glass in, a big one with a cough mixture in it.
Where do you drink? I've never heard of any of these things. Yes.
There was a short story you wrote, Thomas, that had a big sort of cow creature in. I'm trying to remember what you called it. It began with a D. Was it like a Drachnir?
The Drachnirs, yeah. Those are from the Fall of Emrys series. They are basically a cross between a dewback from Star Wars and an American bison.
I think you should come up with a cocktail called Drachnir Piss.
Yeah.
Which is basically a sour beer with a large shot of something just to give it an edge.
I'm not sure I want to know what the shot was.
No. I'm going to steal the idea from a can of the beer I'm actually drinking now, because it's made by the amazingly titled Yeasty Boys, which I think is absolute genius. But it's called Dark Matter, so I think that's what I'd serve.
Oh, yeah.
You're at the edge of the abyss, and for me, it's got to be quite abyssful, hasn't it? So whilst it's really good to be drinking bison piss and that kind of thing, cough mixtures, probably wants to get a bit more of an existential dread mixed in there as well.
Yeah, nice.
I used to have a 7-inch EP of this hip-hop punk band from late 80s, early 90s. I think actually used to play with the Beastie Boys, and their name was the Yeasty Girls.
Move us on, Alex.
Well, I'll drag you away from the yeasty people to if I am ordering a cocktail at the edge of the abyss, I drink cider mostly. So let's take either that they've used to make the cider, like a rotten apple from the Garden of Eden, or like a rotten apple of the version that was given to like Paris had to pick, and maybe let's go with the Garden of Eden. So a rotten apple of knowledge that is giving you some bit of eldritch horror, knowledge you shouldn't have in the back of your mind, bit of a kick. I mean, that is going to have a hell of a hangover if you've got Scrumpy made of that, I think. So we're...
Alex, you muted.
Oh, we lost Alex there. No, we can't hear anything.
No.
Can you tell it's live?
We all need to hold up a test card now.
Showing our age. You know what it is. Talk amongst yourselves, he says. Great.
So here, show real quick.
Let's go bar snacks. What bar snacks are we having at the edge of the abyss?
Pizza. Gotta have pizza.
Draknir scratchings, where the horn of the Draknir intrudes in a very vertical place.
I don't think I can move Draknir scratching. Little scales rather than hair.
I'm going to try speaking again, and hopefully it's going to work.
We can hear you.
Excellent. I think that is a very good question for bar snacks. Orc scratchings, I like that, Holly.
Oh yeah.
Orc scratchings. I feel like there's a lot of that area, like you sort of get like scampy fries, maybe made from like a Leviathan or a Kraken or something, instead of like Leviathan Kraken fries. I don't know.
Will definitely be one of those. What was the infinity stews or whatever? The pot boiling at all times.
Yeah, just forever.
Just lob whatever you've got to hand into it. Yeah. I mean, it's not. It's not going to be a highly rated establishment on Airbnb, is it? I mean, this is a place of last resort, really, isn't it?
I feel like literally, if it's on the edge of the abyss.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Salt and vinegar crunchy wizard teeth.
You're good at this in a really disturbing way.
I think we're just waiting for that collaboration now. The next,
I think that has got to come out of this, definitely.
I already have a feeling that this will be Alex. You'll be writing the issue that establishes the kitchen.
Yeah, and we'll have I'll ask you all for contributions to the recipes in between the chapters, maybe with disclaimers. Please don't make this at home.
By the end of it, we'll have a recipe book on Amazon.
Oh, yeah. I like that idea. I've got too many things going on, but I like that idea.
Yeah. To try and drag it a little bit back towards the zine itself as well, you've got some music in the cassette as well, have you not? Which is from a particular... Well, it feels very appropriate, the name of the artist, so I'll let you enlighten us.
So yeah, just I have like a little bit of music at the introduction of the audiobook, and I was trying to figure out getting something in there, and I just reached out to this band Bog Wizard, who is like nerdy, doomy stoner metal, and they have a song called Grimdark that kind of has like the sounds of a swamp with like a slow acoustic beat over it. And I was like, this would be perfect. And I reached out to them, and they were just like, oh yeah, use it. Just make sure you let people know it's us. So thanks to them.
Job done.
Yeah.
And you can find them at bogwizard.bandcamp.com.
Yep.
So go and check it out.
Here, let me. It's from this album,
Nice.
Miasmic Purple Smoke.
I like that. And we're going to start a whole, well, I say start a whole new trend. You've clearly already got one cassette, but like cassettes of zines and bog wizards. You know what? I'm not going to ask what the bog wizard would order as a drink and bar snacks. That feels like that is a recipe literally for disaster. Yeah, but I want to hit I was just looking at the first page of it. I don't want to give it to you again. I just love the whole vibe of it because it's just like, you know, handmade. You've done everything. You know, you're stapling it all together yourself. So there's 100% human made. No AI was used. I believe the quote in the acknowledgements is "fuck that noise," which we can all also appreciate.
And then the back cover, I got
yeah. Yeah. So was it? So how did you put it together actually? Because, you know, so you've done all the illustrations. Have you? And there's clearly a digital copy. You've said that there's going to be digital copies available. Yeah, and it almost has like there's a almost like collage element to it, like feeling to the pages. So how did you put it together?
Yes. So I don't know if I'm going to follow every step exactly the same with each issue because I've definitely learned along the way, and there might be some steps that I could speed it up a little bit. But to start, I knew that I wanted it to be about a 5x8. So I cut a bunch of pieces of printer paper down to 5x8. I printed out all of the text and then cut out each paragraph individually and pasted it onto a piece of 5x8 paper. So you could see, you might be able to make out, you kind of see like black lines around each paragraph from the cutting and pasting everything. And I like having that look in there, but that was about 2 weeks of me sitting down every second I had with a glue stick and just everything covered in glue in the end.
I think it does really add that just, it's sort of giving me the similar kind of vibes to Mork Borg, the like RPG, like very heavy metalish kind of, and I think that just really adds to it. And it probably doesn't hurt that it has the same, you know, that sort of not far off the vibes of like a psychopath sending in a note for a hostage and cutting out all the letters, but it just works really well together.
Yeah. And then just to like kind of add a little bit more to it, I decided like the headers for the chapters, like chapter 2 written by hand, but trying to have it nice and neat, like drew lines to make sure the letters were the same size. But then as I erased those lines, I made sure I did it while the ink was still wet, so it kind of smeared them a little bit. And then the chapter titles were handwritten, so like...
Nice. Much more, like metal album titled, kind of like the Bog Wizard sort of font that you just showed off there, yeah.
And then, once all the pages were made, I put them on I scanned them into the computer and used GIMP, which is like free Photoshop, and had the hand-drawn border that I made 2 of. So it's kind of like intertwining thorny vines going halfway up the page. With the each side has 2 of the characters from the front cover. And then I just superimposed that alternating on every page.
I love that. And I love that, the way just as you're describing it. And, you know, with the fuck AI stance, you know, it's showing as well, just like everything is a decision. It's a very deliberate decision to sort of just add to this very sort of grungy analog feel, which is why it comes together. It's such a great package. I almost didn't. I was going to say product, but I also don't want to call it a product at this point. It feels, it feels like it's fighting against that.
It's an emanation from Thomas's brain.
Yeah.
Like that.
Exactly.
Which, speaking of which, also on the title page, I did add the no portion of this can be resold, but go ahead and make copies and give them to friends for free.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love it.
So how long did all that take, Thomas? Does actually sort of build? You're literally meticulously building every page and physically, aren't you? Then scanning. How long did it actually take to assemble the whole thing?
I think like just that part, it took me like 2 weeks, just like, let's say 2 weekends, like pretty much a few hours in my office. Like I got like a folding card table that I opened up, so I had a lot of workspace. And that was like the pasting every paragraph onto a page. And I actually have that right here too. This is the version of it that is just all of these pages with everything glued to it. And then that was probably the bulk of the time. And then scanning each individual page took a long time until I figured out what the hell I was doing. And like the analog aspects I could do in my sleep. It just takes forever. The computer aspects I had to learn and then do as much of as I could in one day and then stop. And the next day I had to relearn because I forgot everything about how I, especially like having like all the settings just right and uniform for like the page size and image size and all that. And I'd say, I think I spent a solid month in production. And then there's the added production time of having to make the tapes, which my tape deck does have high speed dubbing, so it's like twice as fast. So it's like rather than an hour a tape, it's like half an hour. But then I have these headphones that are plugged into it, so I don't have to listen to it at full volume of my voice extremely fast, and it drives you a little nuts by the end.
Oh, wow.
And then
like once is
folding
okay.
up like the
But like by the end of 50, you'll probably that'll send you off the edge of it.
I mean, and this is stuff like when I was in a band, there was a period where I just had a really shitty stereo and I would have to listen to our demo over and over and over again as I made copies. And then I had to listen to it in high speed over and over and over again. And then one day I bought a tape duplicator, which was amazing. I got it for like $150 on eBay. And it recorded a tape in like 30 seconds. And I made like 100 copies. And then found out that it was on eBay because it wasn't working all that well. And every tape had sort of a in the sound. So just got to deal with listening to it and dealing with the time rather than having it be a little bit wonky.
It never occurred to me you'd have to sort of like literally sort of transpose each individual cassette, but of course you would do, wouldn't you? It's that's quite. It's quite an undertaking actually. If you stop and describe all those steps, it's that's a lot of work.
So we've got.
How did you find the actual narration? Were you all right with your own voice?
Yes and no. There's aspects that I thought I was doing decently, and then there's aspects that I feel like I used to be able to do voices and stuff a lot better. I think when I was still singing in bands, I used to be able to do them a lot better because I was using my vocal cords a lot more. Whereas nowadays, like when I'm at work for 10 hours a day plus an hour drive each way, that's like 12 hours a day that I pretty much just don't talk. Like I'm not a big talker, so I don't really have like the vocal exercises anymore. And I realized like depending, like I have to get my setup better because depending on how I'm sitting or standing, it very much changes the sounds I'm capable of making. And also the microphone that I got is really cheap and it kept cutting out. And that was the most frustrating part. I'd get like halfway through a chapter and then it would just be like disconnected, file corrupted.
Oh no. Oh god.
So how long did it take to just do the audio recording just to get that down then?
It probably took about a good solid 8 hours or so of the first couple chapters when I got to the point where I was just like, fuck this, I'm not fucking doing this, and deleted everything because all of it wasn't working. And then a week later, they sitting down and going, okay, let's do it again. And then it went a lot smoother the second time around. I figured out how to deal with all the problems of the microphone and how to prevent how to notice when it was about to disconnect and pause it and not corrupt the files. And then after that, it probably took about an hour a chapter to record and edit and everything. So that's probably about, I think, how many chapters were there? Okay, so yeah, probably about 10 hours to make an hour.
On the vocal exercises, as you get older, you'll make a lot more noises when you stand up and sit down. So you'll get lots of vocal practice in there. Just keep standing up and sitting down.
I mean, if I was just going to grunt the whole audiobook, I'd be perfect.
Is that what the audience wants, though? I suppose that's the question to ask ourselves.
Maybe certain audiences. Or you can record it as like I don't know, like orcish grunts in the background.
Orcish grunts B-side.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's that has to be better down on the bar snacks again, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or that's the thing you have at the end after that, like 30-minute silence. It's just all the noises you made as the microphone was about to cut out, all the swear words and that.
Yeah, Thomas swearing and railing against the universe.
Leading up to this, I was recording audio of a handful of my short stories as practice. And I have one of them that it's in 3 chapters. And most of the recordings, if you listen closely, you will hear one of my dogs snoring in the background. So that particular audio of the story Lucky Die, like I didn't post any of these anywhere. And I was like, well, the dog snoring, that's just kind of adorable. Like, do we have to, like, I could leave that. But then in the 3rd chapter, it changes from her snoring to her waking up and licking herself. And I was like, okay, nope, I can't use this. I could get away with the snoring. That's one thing.
That wonderful slurping noise they make.
Oh no!
Yeah, certain audiences would enjoy that, I'm sure.
I just turned my mic off because I was worried that you might hear the crack of me opening another beer can, and then Thomas is looking at with that thought. I don't need to worry about anything at all, do I?
Absolutely not. Jamie's got a question for the rest of us, really. So what did the rest of you like about the concept of this? So so I'll throw that open. Alex, what particularly do you like about the concept of this? I'll throw that question to you.
I think the big grab for me was the audio tape. Just because I haven't picked up, I've got about 70 or 80 tapes, in a box upstairs. I might even have a cassette player in that box as well. And there's albums in there that I haven't listened to for probably about 30 years. So I'm thinking, this is the thing that's going to push me to get that cassette player out, dig that box out, listen to all those old albums, and then go and get them on digital. So now I finally remembered what they are. But Thomas is going to push me to do that by giving me a cassette of A Pint at the Edge of the Abyss.
Perfect. That's a good reason.
Get to go through all that trouble to listen to me talk for an hour.
Yeah. It'll be worth it.
DB, what about yourself?
Well, I was around I've played in bands all my life as well, so I was around in the zine days and tape swapping and all that stuff. So there's already a nostalgia kick, but it's also like it's the kind of anti-AI that I really like. I think it's here to stay, and there's all sorts of discussion to be had about AI, but it's always good to have something that at least opposes it. And a real physical product that this poor man has sat and created with his bleeding fingers. It's a work of art. Can't wait to get it on my wall.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And especially, we've heard some of the process, so you can, appreciate it even more now. Tim, can I throw the question to you as well, please?
Yeah, my new beer is actually called Nostalgia. I don't know if you can actually see that.
Oh, there you go.
Right. That's what ticked the boxes for me. It feels like something that was around back in the day, even though I'm not entirely sure it ever was. It's like I'm old enough, to remember, tapes and getting the pencil in at just the right angle to when it unspools and getting it all tightened up again. So it sort of reminded me of, it has a childhood kick as a result of that straight off. But I like, for me, it was also the design. So it kind of has a bit of a fighting fantasy, maybe a White Dwarf kind of vibe to it. So I think it hooks into a lot of the sort of things that I was really enjoying doing as a kid and as a teenager. And it sort of ticks it's a nostalgic, brand new thing, if that makes sense. So I just think it's a really cool idea.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's sort of it for me. Is maybe a bit of all of that. Is that I love the analog just aspect of it, and especially hearing you talk about it, Thomas, is just how conscious every step has to be, and it comes together so well. But I'm in no way saying that it's a bad thing that I can just click a button and put a book up on Amazon, because I don't sound like I want to do that process that you've talked about, Thomas, for every book. But I think it's good to make those conscious decisions and kind of put yourself in the process. And and I say, looking at it, it just comes together like so well with everything that you've done, and just hearing those little decisions that you make, like just with the, you've deliberately rubbed out the lines while the ink is wet. That's just something you can't really do, in a digital way. So I just love the way it's all come together. So I can't wait to see an actual.
There's also a little bit of a. There's also the anxiety of sitting by a tape player, waiting for it to start crinkling, and being poised, ready to rescue it.
No, that is like when I was saying that. Like having to listen to my own voice at high speed, I could just unplug the headphones, but then I don't know what's going on. And I have to make sure that none of the plethora of errors are going on, so that there's just all these tapes that I send out that are just utter shit and destroyed.
Yeah. Technical question. Are you going to remove the little tabs on the cassettes to stop people accidentally recording over it and losing this piece of history?
Don't even have to. I got them without the tabs, so I just have to put tape over them, record, and then take the tape off.
Perfect.
Right answer.
Perfect. Awesome. I mean, that sounds really good, and it's coming out on well, yeah, when's it coming out?
It will release on the digital version will release on Friday, May 22nd, which purposely is the day before the Spotlight Indie Live event. And at that event will be the debut of the physical copies. And you'll be able to get them at revoltingpeasantpress.itch.io will be digital copies, and ko-fi.com/Thomas J Devens is where you will be able to get the physical copies. Unfortunately, aside from the ones at the Spotlight Indie Live event, the physical copies will probably just be available in the US. Unless you want to pay the shipping will probably cost more than the zine and the tape themselves, unfortunately. So unless I do want to look into options so that it's available everywhere, but it's just the shipping costs are ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Holly sounds like she's going to sell them for quite a steep margin at the event.
Well, I guess if I charge that much, I can top the shipping.
How much are you charging versus how much Holly's charging?
For the digital version is going to be $5.
Nice.
Physical version is going to be $15, and that includes shipping in the US.
Oh, amazing. So just a small price to pay for everybody else for a piece of this anti-AI history, this artwork that you've painstakingly stuck together with glue. Stapled it yourself. I love it. Awesome. Well, I think before this might be a good moment to wrap it up a little bit, but let's have another look at the cover, because I think it just speaks again to the whole vibe. It's a great cover to just feel like the vibe of the whole thing. I like that you've got that sort of gold, and the cassettes are going to be yellow as well. So that's a nice touch.
Yeah,
that's probably going to carry through with the future issues too, where like that logo and title font are going to match the tapes.
Nice. I'll take that down. Holly is asking if you incurred any injuries while creating this. She's suggesting splinters or paper cuts, or
I feel like there were at least a few injuries. No paper cuts. I don't know. I cracked my thumb with a hammer yesterday, but that was unrelated.
Did you manage to avoid stapling anything to yourself as you stapled these all together?
No stapling things to myself accidentally.
Good. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah. How many things did you glue?
We're dealing with a professional. Yeah.
It was less gluing my fingers to myself and more gluing other things to myself. Or going to pick something up, forgetting that my fingers were covered in glue and leaving just like fingerprint smears on my phone.
Is that why your dog has had a cone on for so long?
She's a poor girl.
I was wondering if that was your excuse why you always had a beer in hand. Like, no, it's the glue. I promise.
Oh yeah,
that's in the hand. Yeah.
But then I just have empties stuck to me.
Well, that's a story you say. You can refill it. It's fine. Well, I am super excited for this. I have to say, we're going to have some physical copies at the live event in May. About a month now, which is exciting and terrifying in equal measure. So I'm really looking forward to seeing these. I think, the cover looks amazing. The process sounds harrowing, but worth it. I'm sure.
Disaster, but fun.
There you go. And I feel like that is kind of the vibe. Maybe you're going for with the stories as well. So
the next issue, I feel like I should just call An Aging Man's Desperate Clawing at the Past.
I'd buy that.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. You've already got a few sales here.
Tagline.
Kim says that they can't wait to get a physical copy. So, hard same. Holly is clarifying in the that she's not actually going to charge £150.
Disclaimer.
Just for disclaimer, that was a joke. They're not going to be that much to the actual event. If you want to pay that much for them, then that is your choice. But that's not how much we're going to ask.
Donations welcome. I think that's fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yours for the low cost of under £150.
Well, Jamie's suggesting that it's not 100, it's 140. That's technically under £150. So.
Yeah.
We are not in breach of any trading laws by saying that. I'm super excited for this. So I think that's probably we've said where you can find it. It's going to be digital 22nd of May, and then the physical will debut or be released upon the with the Big Indie Week live event. Yeah, so I hope everyone else is going to go and grab a copy. I think it's going to sound great. Like as well as a sneak preview of some of the pages. I got a sneak preview of some of the audio as well, and it does sound great as well. So it's just I think it's going to come together super well. I think it's really excited. I am jazzed, guys. I am jazzed. Thank you everybody. So I think I didn't really do a proper introduction for everybody as we came in. So I think we'll make sure that everybody knows who everyone is here and where you can find everybody's stuff. So I think it's only fitting that we start with Thomas, as we are here to celebrate the zine. So Thomas, can you let people know where they can find you? I mean, all your other stuff as well as this zine.
You can find me. I make appearances on all the social medias occasionally. You can find me, honestly, Revolting Peasant Press.itch.io would be the best place to find me now, because I'm going to put all of my existing books up there as well, or on the Ko-fi page. But yeah, if you look up Thomas J Devens, you'll find me. And I have other books, the Vermin of the Old Empire series and the Fall of Emeros series. And I have another secret project that I've been in the early stages of, which I don't know if this would be a good time to make a surprise Spotlight Indie exclusive announcement for another thing.
Now you've said that, you're going to have to, Thomas.
Really. Exactly. We love a surprise exclusive Spotlight Indie.
Should I pass this along? Am I pointing the right way?
Yeah,
to my good friend over here.
Oh, you are. I'm impressed. Yeah. So there is a collaboration stirring in the ashes between myself and Mr. Devens. We are writing I mean, you could probably say it's another Grim Snark tale, maybe. Grim Dark with a bit of charm. Don't know how far to go in revealing this because it's early stages, but it's looking very good.
Amazing. Well, another thing to be extremely excited about. Oh, that's awesome. Love it. Well, apart from this super secret project that is now just a secret project, DB, where can people find your other stuff to go and find out why they should be more excited about this secret project?
So I'm on making appearance on every social platform at some point, but mostly Twitter, Blue Sky, or dbrookbooks.com. Should have all my work on there. My key series is Callous and Crow, and the next book in that series is currently being edited. So hopefully that won't be long before I'm shouting about that every opportunity.
Excellent. Love to hear that. Alex, where can people find you and your work?
I'm floating around the social medias as well as a frog in time. You can also check my website out, which is thedeepdarkscave.com. And you can buy my work only on Amazon at the moment because I've only got one book and I Don't know how to get it anywhere else yet. I'm still looking into that.
Perfect. And what the title of your book is?
Is Carpentry in the Elven Forest.
Thank you. Yeah,
I think
had carpentry in my head. I've forgotten the rest of
this might work.
it. Oh, there you go.
If you scan that, it will take you to my website.
Oh, perfect.
Looks like
Thank
that.
you, Thomas.
Wow.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you. And
Thomas.
Tim, what about? Sorry.
Just because Thomas is more organised about my work than I am.
I think that's always
Maybe
how it works.
his, because his are right up there, and if Tim doesn't have his, I got yours too.
Well, fun enough, Thomas, you might need to get your arms out in a sec because I haven't unpacked it yet. So, oh, look at that. One of the early adopters before the Spiffbo badge. So, yeah. So, shall I launch into the? So, I'm basically findable as Tim Hardie author. So, my website is timhardieauthor.co.uk, and you can find all links to all my socials and all my books on there. And a bit like DB, I'm all over all the different types of social media under that Tim Hardie author handle. So you can find me on X, Blue Sky, Instagram, and Facebook. So I'll try and have a little toehold in all of those things. I'm best known for writing Viking-inspired fantasy, but I'm actually working on a Middle Eastern, North African set of standalone books at the moment. That's my next project coming up when I can finally free myself up from some of my pre-existing commitments. So yeah, quite a lot of stuff coming along, but yeah, check out all the bones that Thomas put up because that's my current completed series.
Perfect. I'm Alex S. Bradshaw. You can find me at places as Alex S. Bradshaw. That one is also a couple of North Inspired books that I've got as well. Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Thomas is so organised.
He's on it. Yeah. So yeah, I can find me there. But yeah, we've also got the Spotlight Indie, which you're on now. You know where we are, but we're also on Patreon. We're on all the socials, and then most importantly, we have physical copies of this zine, and they're going to be in Shrewsbury on the 23rd of May. Coming up very soon. We're going to be at Flax Mill Maltings. It's a free to attend event. So you won't have to, you can just put that money that you would have spent on a ticket towards this zine and everybody else's books. We're going to have panels. We've got like a load of traders coming as well, like authors and other merchandise and stuff there. We've got Spellbound Entertainment going to be going around doing bardic stuff. Honestly, I'm also jazzed about this event. Like there are some things I'm jazzed about at the moment, and it's this scene and this event. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, please come along and just attend. Come say hi. We'd love to have you along. Yeah, I think just thanks so much, everybody. It's been such a great chat. It's been really interesting to hear how you put this together, Thomas, and hear what people would order and what I shouldn't order from the tavern at the brink of the abyss, and just stay away from the bar snacks.
And if anyone wants to send me plane fare and a passport, I'd gladly go to the Spotlight Indie event.
I can't promise anything, I'm afraid.
Nice try, though. It's worth a go. You never know. Somebody watching might. Yeah.
One of these days, I'm going to make a raft.
Perfect. All right. Well, yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Go check out everybody's work. It's all just amazing. And yeah, go check out the zine. Honestly, it does look amazing. It sounds amazing. And it's just a lovely little piece of art. So yeah, thank you so much, everybody. And we'll see you in Shrewsbury.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.